I really hate to break it to you, but your life is being played with. Greetings, Scorpio, all placements. You have not witnessed the world because you are stuck in the matrix. Okay, this is Hobson Fly. Scorpio, some of you guys are about to fly. I want to get away. I want to fly away. You're going to fly away. You're going to get away. Go, little birdie. Grow your wings. You've been stuck in a cage. Someone has been, I'm hearing the caged bird sings, the caged wing birds. It's a book, or it's a movie, or it's a poem. The caged bird sings. The right bird is going to hear your voice. The right thing is something is going to hear. You know how like birds have like very specific mating calls and mating dances? And like some birds could be like, that is a whack, weird dance that bird got going on. And then like other birds, I saw this in like the Earth documentaries, they make like crazy like huts and things, and they're like, look at this crazy hut that I made for you. Do you want to have my babies in it? And you know, a bird could be like, I'm not gonna live in that. That is so not my, you know, design. That's not my aesthetic at all. I'm gonna get out of here. Scorpio, some of you guys could be like, why won't you play with me? You could be like, why, where's my bird? You know, where's my, who wants to share my dwelling with me? Who wants to dance like this with me? You're unique, Scorpio, you're unique. Because I was also hearing your Reflection by Christina Aguilera. Look at me, you may think you see who I really am, but you don't really know me. Scorpio, people could like think that you're one way because of how you look, but how you are internally is so different than how you look. And it's like the people you attract because of how you look do not align with at all who your soul is. They're like, ooh, what a weird alien. And then the people who are like fellow like weird aliens look, and you're like, they look at you like, oh, she's bougie and stuck up, you know. And it's like that couldn't be further from it. At least I have a lot of Scorpio placements. I'm a Scorpio moon, which is actually your most prominent placement. In Vedic sidereal, when people say I'm and then they say what sign they are, they go with their moon sign. So I definitely am like, I am a Scorpio because my moon is Scorpio through and through. That's very true with me. Like, people, you know, I'll freak out some guys because they'll be like, oh, you're just so deep and da-da-da, and like, I'm just trying to have a more playful experience. And I'm like, I am literally like a silly 3-year-old. Not that I would say that though. I swear I'm funny, but I am. Like, people who hang around me, I don't know, I'm seriously like a child the majority of the time. But at the same time, people who get my funny and get my silly with me, they can't meet me at like the depths when I'm really like in the trenches. And I need someone who can match both aspects of me, you know. And same with, same with all areas of my life. Like, I'm a total tomboy, always at the barn, like, love being outside. I could go weeks without showering, wouldn't care. Like, I don't know, I'm just kind of tomboy nature woman, 100%. But people look at me and think a certain way because I always keep my nails done, which I just paint them myself, and they're my natural nails. Like, I don't know, I have like certain things that I just like to keep put together a certain way, and I can't help how I look. Like, I can't help how my parents, you know. So Scorpio, it's like there are certain things where you're like, you can't help that you look a certain way, or that what God made you do is like a certain genre of thing, or something that, you know, may catch attention. It's like, I'm not asking for attention by doing this. I actually help like 20 to 50 people every single day in my readings. I do readings internationally for that many people every single day, 7 days a week. I don't take a single day off, and I have 3 other jobs. So, Scorpio, people could look at you and be like, oh, must be so nice, living the easy. And they have no idea what a hard worker you are. They have no idea. Like, this is when people are like, must be nice to be self-employed. I have to go to my job at 10 a.m. and I get off work at 4, or I get off at 5 or 6. And I'm like, oh yeah? I went to bed at 7 a.m. this morning, and then I was headed to my appointment at 8 a.m. I slept a whopping hour. Like, self-employed, I work so many hours it's not even funny. And I know other self-employed people can identify with this. The biggest pet peeve of being a self-employed person is all the people who aren't self-employed, who are like envious and have like that jealousy of must be nice to make your own schedule. It's like, no bish. I literally work like 300 hours a week. I work constantly around the clock. I sleep maybe 1 to 3 hours every single night. I do not get a single day off. And I love all my jobs, but like, it is not easy. It's not for the faint of heart. And then there's like a million more taxes when you're self-employed too. So it's like, don't even come at me with that BS. Like, I did not ask for this. It sounds so nice to me, the idea of just going somewhere 8 to 5 days a week, and having 2 full days off work. Like, literally, that is mind blowing to me. Like, I cannot explain to you guys that I cannot fathom that, because I've never experienced that kind of lucky, easy, like, I've never experienced that much free time in my life, ever. So, like, bish, back up off me if you think that self-employed people just have it so easy, because we don't. We don't. And you have it all the way effed up. All the way effed up. So, yeah. Just zip it. And this is why, Scorpio, it can be hard for like dating and whatnot, because it's like, I mean, I know that's the first question people ask when you like start messaging someone. They're like, so when you do for work? And when I'm like, I'm self-employed, blah, 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 they're like, they get like, I'm like, God, like what the heck? Like I can't, like, what am I supposed to do? What's a girl to do? Like I like, what? And it's just, people are just all the way effed up. So yeah. She says, I'm in a world where I have to hide my heart and what I believe in, but you know what? Somehow I'll still show the world what's inside my heart. So that's, you know, how I am with a lot of things. It's like at first I hid this because I was like, I got so many people who were like, bring, you know, Valerie, Jesus said this. I'm like, you don't even know my relationship with Jesus. Like I would never say this to any of them, but I'm just like, I'm incredibly Christian, and I'm Christian in a way that is more like I can't explain it. It's just, if you actually look at like William Donahue and like Harvard and Yale, like their theologist professors, they literally talk about how the zodiac started in the church, literally started there. But like, I can't have those conversations with sheeple Christians who are just like not feeling anything, not experiencing anything, don't know any of the actual history, don't have any true education. Like you can't reason with, you can't reason with people who are committed to misunderstanding you. You can't reason with people who don't actually want to educate themselves and who lack education. You can't reason with people who are just ignorant and committed, willfully ignorant and committed to their willful ignorance. You just can't communicate with that at all. So I just like let them be. I'm like, you know what, God, you will have your experience with them, and I will continue, you know, working how I do under you. Speaking of which, you know, I was listening to a sermon earlier, and I made a new card from it, because Scorpio, I feel like this is going to connect to other Scorpios. It was Stephen Furtick talking, and he was like, you know, God doesn't need me to kneel. I need me to kneel and get on my knees and pray and kneel every day, because the position that a person is in determines what their next decisions are. So what positions are you putting yourself in, Scorpio, that is going to set you up for good decisions or bad decisions in your future? When you get up, you'll walk different and you'll talk different if you actually, see, he was talking about just getting down on your knees and actually praying every single day. And he's like, no, it's not because God needs you to do that. It's because you need you to do that. Because every day when you do that, you will get up from praying on your knees and you'll make a different decision that day. Maybe that's all you guys need to make different decisions in the bozos that you're dating, or the people that you're entertaining when it comes to work, or what you're settling for, Scorpio. Maybe that's all you need, is to wake up, get on your knees on the side of the bed, pray for even just 1 minute, and maybe you'll actually protect yourself from these imbeciles out here who are trying to pull you off your path and who are not in alignment with you in any way, shape, or form. He says, become so absorbed in the process that God is daily commanding of you, rather than attached to any sort of outcome that may come or anything in the future. Be so present in today and what God's plan and purpose is for you today, in this moment, in this now moment, unbeknownst of what could happen from it tomorrow, how it could affect others. Like, I mean, obviously I don't think God's gonna, well, I don't know. Sometimes people definitely get their feelings and panties in a twist from this, but that's, you know, that's on their own thing. Anywho, I was also hearing on some news by Chris Brown. He says, I'm trying to find a flame for my fire, but the smoke is clouding up our fantasy. So there can be, you know, a lot of smoke and mirrors and a connection here, Scorpio. He says, will we find our way back to each other and turn this around? He says, miss me with that BS. So miss me with your BS. Now the tables are turning, emotions are burning. I'm driving you crazy, but things are out of my hands. I feel that something isn't right. I've had enough of it. There's no need to fake the funk in my room. Like, stop faking the funk in my room. Miss me with your BS, Scorpio. You can be like, you feel someone has really toxic energy. They're like lying to your face. There's a weird energy in the air. And I was hearing scars. I tear my heart open. I sew myself shut. My weakness is that I care too much. My scars remind me that the past is real. I tear my heart open just to feel. So someone here, he says, can I feel alone? Yeah, the Virgo, so the Hermit with the Ace of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Seven of Cups. Someone definitely has a substance issue or an issue with just like hoeing around, even though with the Ace of Pentacles, the Temperance, Ten of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune, and the Two of Cups, there's real love here. But someone here is choosing substances and all other fuckery and just like bad connections rather than real love. And God will send you something better, Scorpio.